Hello and welcome to PlayStation Grenade. The PS4 exclusive Days Gone had a behind closed doors playthrough during E3, but now that footage has become public. This means we can look at the same mission played in two very different ways. The changes in the weather, the time of day, the enemy layouts, the paths taken, they're all dynamic elements that affect your playthrough. With that said, let's do this. Both variations begin identically with Deacon being told about his mate Manny, who has been captured by another group of survivors. The original playthrough looks to be set in springtime on a wet night, whereas the alternative playthrough takes place in winter-esque weather during the day. For future reference, I'm going to refer to these as spring and winter. At this point, the lighting effects are most noticeable, and the slight changes to how the bike handles, although it seems quite similar, probably due to the weather conditions. We also see new HUD elements which appear to be a fuel gauge and the condition of the bike. The first real difference in gameplay comes at the point Deacon finds a body on the roadside. Initially we saw wolves feasting on the corpse.
No, that ain't him.
But in the winter playthrough, the wolves aren't around, and some opportunistic crows are chowing down instead. Something this small has major impact, as Deacon is forced to flee from the wolves, resulting in almost decapitating himself on a concealed trap. Switching back to the alternate footage, Deacon is not pursued by any animals, giving him just enough time to spot the trap in the distance. He's even able to circle round and ambush those ambushers. Here's where the footage converges again, as Deacon straight up murders these fools.
Let's do this. Yeah? You want some of this? Yeah. Yeah. You want some of this? Yeah.
Days Gone must be getting a mature rating, if these brutal murders are anything to go by. Both playthroughs have Deacon checking Manny's bike for clues, but in the winter version we are given a vivid look at what happened, a subtle change to survival vision, but enough to remind us who we are here to save.
Yeah, this way.
We are also treated to see the scavenging element as Deacon loots a nearby ambulance. Another difference in the alternative playthrough are those freakers Deacon encounters on the trail. The cold weather brings out additional freakers and makes them stronger too. It also makes them harder to defeat, but in this case Deacon doesn't seem too phased. As we approach the enemy camp, the two playthroughs converge again, with Deacon using a bear trap to mutilate one of the group.
Just don't talk.
Yes, better if we just don't.
Yo, where you at, man?
Shh.
Stop! 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 No, my leg!
What's interesting about this section is the way the enemy group react to their fallen comrade. In the winter playthrough, Deacon sticks around and witnesses the unlucky chap in the bear trap being killed by one of his own group. This is due to his screams of pain, in which bring unwanted attention to the group. The survivors cannot take any chances and will happily put a bullet in their own friend. In the winter demo, we also see elements of The Last of Us, as Deacon creates a Molotov and takes out those happy campers. There are many similarities with The Last of Us, but this looks to be more action-orientated, which will be perfect for us who are waiting for The Last of Us 2. Will you kill every one of your enemies, or will you just sneak past them like Deacon does in the original demonstration? At this point, both playthroughs differ greatly, with Deacon taking two different paths. The original version, which has now reached daylight, sees Deacon find a swarm of freakers and weaponizes them using a makeshift explosive.
Oh yeah. Come and get it. Dinner time.
whereas in the alternative version, Deacon slowly makes his way into the enemy camp, first taking out the sentry with a freaker, and then hitting a few headshots to weaken their ranks. The gunplay is looking solid at this point, and the weather effects really add to the grandeur. Finally, the two versions sync up perfectly as Deacon rescues Manny. I don't know about you, but this game is looking fantastic in my eyes. If we get a more action-focused version of The Last of Us, then I will be a very happy chap. Deacon is looking like an absolute badass of a lead character, and the variations shown in just this one mission bode so well for the final game. Are you excited for this one? Let me know your thoughts below. I'm Adam from PlayStation Grenade. It's been a pleasure. I'll see you next time.